Year readers! It's me, Raimskie, and welcome to the very first book review for 2023. And in this video, I will be reviewing A Complicated Love Story Set in Space by Sean David Hutchinson. And yes, you heard me right. It is a complicated love story set in space. Again, a complicated love story set in space. I know, it's a mouthful. Before we get things started, if you are new to this channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and that notifications button for more book reviews for 2023, such as this one, and or unboxing videos of book boxes. So now, let's get to the book review. I must tell you all right here, right now, that just like last year, I am so glad that this is the first book that I have blindly picked from my huge TBR shelf. And I'm so glad that this is the first book that I have read for 2023. Because here's the thing. Last year, I was supposed to do a book review of a queer sci-fi fantasy ARC Advanced Reader's Copy. However, I did not enjoy the book as much as I wanted to. So I was not able to do that book review. And I refused to do a book review of that arc because I think I will not be able to do any justice to that. So for this year, for the start of 2023, I am so glad that I have picked a queer sci-fi fantasy that I actually enjoyed. Like, girl, I was laughing almost every single chapter, and I felt a lot of butterflies in my stomach while reading everything, while reading the blossoming relationship between the two main characters, who are, by the way, named Noah on North and DJ Storm. So what is the story all about in this book? So it focuses mainly on two characters, which I have said a while ago, and their names were Noah North and DJ Storm. So basically, Noah North, or Noah in short, closed his eyes on Earth. And then when he woke up, he was already floating in space inside a spacesuit. Lucky for him, there is a spaceship nearby. And on that spaceship is another teenager, who, by the way, helped Noah get back to the ship. So basically, these two teenagers didn't know how they both ended up in space because they cannot remember anything right before that moment. Fast forward to a little bit later, when they got a little bit acquainted to one another, they found another teenager trapped in a bathroom, whose name, by the way, was Jenny. The three of them banded together to help solve what happened to the three of them, how they got there, and what is happening around them because they are all confused. Not to mention that Noah is already getting confused about his feelings for DJ. Because yeah, they're going to be a couple a few chapters later. So basically, everything that is happening aboard this ship, what is happening all around them, is not what it seems. Because there is a connection to every weird thing that is happening all around them. And if you want to find out what that is, girl, you'd better buy this book. Grab this book from your local library. Order this book from a secondhand bookstore. Order this book from your local indie bookstore because you are not going to regret reading it, grabbing this book. before I tell all of you what I didn't like and liked about this book, I must tell you the trigger/content warnings that are in this book. Because in the first few pages, or rather in the first page of this book, it says that this book contains a scene describing a sexual assault in chapter 54. And yes, the character actually mentioned the sexual assault in that chapter. So be warned that there is a sort of graphic description of that sexual assault. There is suicidal ideation and suicidal attempts. And there is depression. There are panic attacks/anxiety attacks. So before you start reading this book, please do keep those content warnings in mind. So there are only a few things that I didn't like about this book. Actually, I think there's only one thing that I didn't like about this book. And that is, sometimes it could get a little bit boring. However, what I liked about this book is that there is mutual pining between the two main characters. There is a wide range of representation here because you've got the two main characters who are actually gay, who identifies as homosexuals. There is a female bisexual character, and there is this character who got introduced in the last few chapters, who is, by the way, a BIPOC character. So it is completely diverse in that sense. Not to mention the excitement of solving the mystery on how they all got in space in the first place is what kept me in reading this book. And I must tell all of you that I have devoured almost every single page, except for a few pages that I got a little bit bored. And like what I've told you a few moments ago, those were just a few. So with all of that said, I will be giving this book 8 out of 10 stars just because I had so much fun reading it, and it reinvigorated my passion for reading. It reminded me why I love reading in the first place. So I hope you liked watching this hopefully brief book review of A Complicated Love Story Set in Space by Sean David Hutchinson. And if you did like watching this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Or if you did not like watching this book review of A Complicated Love Story by Sean David Hutchinson, feels like a commercial, please do give me a thumbs down, and please do give me a feedback in the comments section. Also, you all could follow me on all of my social media accounts. That would be Bookstagram, BookTwitter, and BookTok. And they all have the same handle, @Raimskie. However, I must tell you that I am mostly active on Bookstagram. So, see you there. So again, this is Raimskie, begging you people, asking you readers to please hunt, discover, and read those queer books. Queer out!